back into the House of L. I am so excited because Luke Bugg is here. And I'm Derek.
Back. Hello, Derek. I've missed that wonderful face and that gorgeous smile.
You must be talking to a picture behind me because you couldn't possibly be talking to me. So.
Lies.
How are you?
Wonderful. It's been a nice sort of a birthday week of events.
I know. Happy belated.
Thank you very much. It's been a delightful week of treats and surprises and meals out and copious amounts of Guinness. So it's a new day. It's Monday today. I'm sticking to the water, trying not to think anything that's got salt in it because it's been a very eventful week.
Sodium heavy.
Yes.
You have so many people that love you, and I think that's that obviously speaks a lot to a person's character. But I loved seeing everything that you received and seeing all your birthday wishes out there, and you got a lovely. I got to preview your biggie, as we call it over here in America.
Yes.
I got to preview that in advance and give my seal of approval to the Girlfriend of Steel because it is look at that. And it's just so nice looking, too.
It's a wonderful, wonderful... I know I have seen them online, and I thought, I might treat myself to one. But yes.
For those listening and not watching, this is the iconic history of the DC Universe told through headlines of the Los Angeles Times. Oh, since when? How far back?
It goes back... Let's have a look. It doesn't go, like, way, way back. I think... the first article is from 1966.
Okay, so 66 forward.
Again, fantastic news articles from over the decades. The good, the bad, and the ugly, including some rather less than positive reviews of some films. But it's all of DC Comics, so it's all featured. Everything from Batman Mania to Superman Returns, Smallville, all the way up to Corin Sweat. And even including the Superman musical. So, yeah, it's
nice.
It's articles some that I have read before.
Now, you skipped over one. You mentioned all those, but there's one in particular that I think is very special in it.
What's that, sir?
I believe it's the last one.
Oh, it's all in there, yeah. Up to, sorry, yes, I see what you mean now.
Yes, okay. I was like, now, wait a minute. Did I spoil something that has yet to happen?
Yes, there was my newspaper article, which was not in the LA Times, only the court roundup pages from my time in America. I got a little...
Lovely.
She features me in the back. And absolutely, she is so crafty at doing surprise gifts, which is I love. She's a fantastic gift giver, and it lets me up my game as well, which is good because her birthday is coming up next month. Yes, I shall tell you more about that off camera. Because I think you'd be quite excited about those details as well. But yes, it was a lovely week of birthday events, movie trips and meals out and day trips to fun little places. And now it's back to reality where nobody loves me anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm still here. Still good love over here.
Yes, as you did send me a wonderful care package as well.
I have not sent you a care package. The care package is sitting over here on the floor.
I know. Well, what I got was wonderful. You got me
I sent you a gift card. That's the laziest.
It's not, though, because something came from that, which is coming up in a future episode, which I'm very excited about.
We should mention that if you're a member of our Patreon at Super House of L, you can join in the Luke and Derek Book of Row book club. So stupid. Book of Row Club.
I like
so
it.
Dumb. We're going to be reading in the month of March The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay.
Yes.
And it's a wonderful book. I'm so shocked that it has not come across your desk before.
It hasn't.
I did forget before announcing that it is quite lengthy, but it's an easy read.
Yeah, no, it's doable.
So
I've read some whoppers in my time, and I'll get through it. Where am I now? I'm up to page 50 right now, so I'm doing okay.
And you breeze through books. I mean, you've already read how many, and it's March?
I think 20.
Look at you. That's incredible. I'm still struggling to finish one, so...
That is actually today's podcast that is going out in a few hours' time, which will it's all about Project Hail Mary and my love for books. And I shared some of the books that I read last year and this year, and what reading has done for me. And I'm looking forward to diving into this more as well. So
so
it's been a good year for books.
You'll have to join us over the Patreon. You can go ahead and get a head start now, before a week in advance before the book club begins for the month of April. And then Luke and I will be doing Patreon exclusive episodes discussing the books, at least one, hopefully two. And we want to communicate with you. So be sure, if you are a Patreon member, to engage with those episodes, comment and email us, and so we can read your thoughts on the air as well. And then in May, we're going to be doing, you want to tell them? You got that one nearby as well?
I'm not prepared at all.
Oh, look at you. Miracle Monday. The Superman novel, classic because Miracle Monday takes place in the month of
June.
Anybody? Yeah, no, May.
Yes,
it is May. Yeah, it's fine. It's throwing me off my game. And which is also usually the same week as the anniversary of House of L. It'll be our first.
Wow.
This year. It's legal. It can drink. Yeah,
yes.
Over here. Over there is still
18.
Still 18?
18 over here. Yeah.
So progressive.
I know.
So we hope you will join us. Yeah, head over to our Patreon. You can find links on our website or links in our bios, wherever you follow us on social media, and you'll see the Patreon link, and be ready for those episodes. I'm excited to read those with you, sir, and have you on to discuss them more. I also want to add, if you're watching, you see this lovely hoodie right here that I have.
I see it.
Designed by Mr. Jason Bolton, our new House of L Fortress design, which harkens back to our old 2008 t-shirts that we got made fun of for, because somebody sent a rabid email telling us we were dumb for having the Fortress on our shirt after the Fortress had been destroyed on the show on Smallville.
As people.
And humanity has not really advanced at all since then.
Yeah.
I like to think that person still listens. And I hope they know what an inside joke that has become of Steve getting on his soapbox to yell at that person 18 years ago. Jeez, 18 years ago. But we have new t-shirts and hoodies. At the time of this recording, I do not believe that they are on the site yet, but we'll get those up. There's 3 colors to choose from in t-shirts: blue, red, and white, and very patriotic. It's supposed to be more Superman-y, but yeah. And a hoodie, and this is a special hoodie. This is mine. This is not what the hoodie looks like.
Yeah, this is it. That's exclusive.
That's just a me, as we were testing designs, but it's pepper, I think, pepper and black or something like that. I don't know. You'll see them. They're out there. Be following our social media. So it was time to retire the old design. So we needed something new. Thank you, Jason Bolton. We love you. You madman. You did a wonderful tribute to 18-year-old shoe. I can't say that right.
It's a legacy.
The old shoe design. Yeah, it's a legacy. Yeah, there you go. What's new in your Superman world? What did you get any Superman other gifts or new pickups here lately? This little guy came today, just a few minutes before we got on the mic. I got the deluxe theatrical Reeve McFarlane figure.
Is it staying in there?
I don't know. I'm not a big toy guy. You look behind me. But really, I'm not. I have maybe 50 Superman figures. Variously in the box and not in the box, and there's no real rhyme or reason as to why I have them in the box or don't have them in the box. I mean, some of them are my childhood ones, and that's why they're not in the box. But I always struggle with that. Yeah, I mean, are you a box guy? Are you not a box guy?
Some are boxed, some are safely stored away. Some are on rotation. Some, are just too nice not to be out getting dust, so I want to keep them nice and clean and pristine. I've seen a few that are coming out later on this year as well, some of the more McFarlane stuff, which is sometimes tricky to get here in the UK, but it's just...
Those drops are wild, and I missed out on the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow one, and I really want it, but everywhere you go now, it's like $75, $80. They must know that we're talking about me because my watch just got an email from McFarlane Toys. Thanks, Siri. They're in our devices. No, I didn't activate you. Go away. Stop it.
So there are a few ones that I've got my eye on, but right now I'm on a bit of a comics adventure.
You are. Tell our listeners about your journey there of what you're trying to achieve.
I'm trying to achieve.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like such a hurdle.
Well, some of them are quite difficult. I'm trying to get.
Tell them what you think you're gonna do.
I want
Sorry.
every single Superman graphic novel or collection that has ever been printed. I'm all right. I'm on a good run at the minute. I'm seeing some absolute gorgeous ones out and about. Talking about the birthday, I went to for a lovely day out in Chichester, which is a little oldie
I'm
worldy
sorry, say
town.
that again.
Chichester.
Chichester?
See, I like this. You can't get the Chesters over there, can you? You certainly can't get Worcester
Chester?
sauce.
Worcestershire.
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 We've got the Chichesters, the Winchesters, the Leicesters, the Bicesters.
Winchester. I can say Winchester.
Winchester's nice and easy one. But yes,
what are you saying? Slow it down.
Well, it's just Winchester. There seems to be a bit of
No, what was the original word?
Chichester.
Slow that down.
Chichester.
Chichester?
Chichester.
Chichester.
Chichester. But you got to say, but it's a quick off the tongue.
No, then you lost me again. Nope,
it's a town near me.
Thank you. It's over there.
It's where I went to see Project Hail Mary because it is the closest IMAX to me. And
I want to see it.
My goodness me. I've been waiting for that. So going back to books, I got back into reading books a couple of years ago and I haven't slowed down.
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't. Which is good, but it's not good for the eyes because my eyes are shot. These aren't for show. These are just distance glasses, but soon I will need some readers.
Well, you're in a good profession.
Of course I am. That's it. I've already seen a few like Goslings
no pun
as well.
intended. I've seen.
But yeah, Project Hail Mary. Okay. Recommended a lot, and I was itching to read it. Started it on New Year's Day, finished it like 4 days later because I just couldn't stop.
That's a pretty good sized book too.
Yeah, I lost sleep over that book, and I was happy to.
Now let me ask you this: do not spoil me.
I won't. Yes.
Although it has, I've seen. You told me, and I've seen everywhere. There's a pretty great Superman reference in the film that seemed like a punch in the air moment for you. Fist punch in the air.
Fell off a chair.
How faithful is the film to the novel?
So I've enjoyed the book once fully, and I've gone back and read chapters, and I've listened to a few chapters of the audiobook because it's a different world hearing that with the fantastic Ray Porter. Read it this, and found out as he recorded it, I believe he was reading it for the first time as well. So his emotions are his, which is just amazing.
I always like when they do that.
I would say 95% faithful to the book. The only things that have been left out, I mean, there's so much science in the book that was dumbed down enough for me to understand it.
Yeah.
Which is the chapters that I went back and read again. There are a few things that are cut out, a couple of characters. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to bump that down to a 92%. But
that went from an A to a B.
from the same amount of joy and hope and happiness that I got from the book, definitely got from the film. And even though that the space scenes are just written with such accuracy in the book, the way that they are displayed on screen, it was overwhelming. And I get very emotional with films. And I already had my Superman handkerchief with me ready for this film because I knew it would set me off. Amazingly done. And I'm so happy that it's getting so much praise around the world, both for the people going back and reading the book and wanting to read the book after seeing the film, which is quite a unique situation. But yeah, it was a special moment for me.
So I haven't read it. I've not been spoiled. So I'm going in completely blind when I do get to see it, which I'm excited for. But I was also like, do I need to read the book first? And then I read The Martian, which I just didn't really. It was fine. I didn't love it, but it took me forever because it just does. It doesn't take me a long time to read. It takes me a long time to find time to read. So that's why I often move slow. It may be 2 weeks before I get to another chapter of a book sometimes. And so I did not devote the time to this one that I felt like I wondered if I needed to, if it was, far better. Also, I want to know if it's one of those things with you where does it live up when you read the book first on things like this? Because I was in the camp. I read, this is considered sacrilege in some places. I read Lord of the Rings when I was a kid trilogy, and I didn't really like the movies because that wasn't how I saw it.
And
And I know everybody's like extremely faithful, and I'm like, sure, I guess, but that's just not the voices I heard, and the
it's not, and
things like that.
that's perfectly fair because that's what the thing that I have noticed about books. Like, I did okay in school. I wasn't a big reader. Graphic novels were my jam. That's what got me
Mm,
into the world of literacy
same.
and got me through English. But now somebody said when I was getting into reading again, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna find your reading voice soon." I was like, "What's a reading voice?" And I guess it's like the voice in your head that you hear when you read, because it's not always the same for me, and I
Mhm.
love that. And you're quite right that sometimes when we hear these characters' words and we remember those favorite lines, we don't always get the same version in the film as we do as the book. But by gosh, Ryan Gosling has done just a superb job of bringing Dr. Grace to life in a way that it's perfectly from the paper to the screen. And Rocky, even though there are spoilers in the trailer, I
Yeah,
would have loved not to have seen that trailer or
I
for
was gonna
people to
ask
see
you
that.
about that too because that's one thing I saw most people say with literally out of the gate on the first trailer,
Mm.
they show this, companion, this little sidekick thing, which
Yeah,
I don't know anything about other than his name. And I remember a lot of people being like, because in the book, it's kind of a twist, right? I mean,
I
it's kind of,
had
you
no
don't see it
idea.
coming.
Yeah, so I was so grateful not to. I mean, again, I haven't known about the world of books for so long, so I'm so out of the loop. But this book was recommended, and people are like, "Right, don't read about the book. Don't read the last page. Don't read a synopsis. Just go in and read it." I was like,
Yeah.
and it's why it kept me awake at night because of the twists and turns and introduction to characters and finding out about what happens. I mean, it's like a Baby Yoda and Crypto in the sense that these
Hmm.
characters will sell a film or they will get people in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I can see why they did that with Rocky. It would have blown people's mind if they went into the film and found out, "Oh, it's not just about Ryan Gosling in space. There's
Yeah.
another character to this film, and a character that brings so much to it as well." So, that was a bit downhearting to have that happen, but people are still loving it, so that's cool with me.
I'm excited to see it.
Good. So
I,
I'm
I,
excited for you to see it.
I love I love a cinematic experience. I love going to the movies with a group of people and enjoying it together. I love going to the movies by myself. I
Mm.
just love getting to go. I was really looking forward to here in a couple weeks going to CinemaCon in Vegas, and I'm not, unfortunately, not going to be able to go.
No.
So I was hoping for some juicy Supergirl information to
Yeah.
share, or lanterns, or some. Well, I guess not lanterns, but
If not lanterns.
Supergirl or Man of Tomorrow, to or Clayface even to
Mm.
share, but not gonna get to make it.
I need to check out, at some point in my life, The Sphere, and just to be in I've
The Sphere is I went almost a year ago. I went to see, Dead and Company, Grateful Dead, Modern Day, and there are no words for that place. That was
I
I
can't
mean,
understand how it works.
it's, a monument to man's arrogance, but it's as Bobby Hill would say, but it's truly something that until you're sitting in there, you can't even imagine what it's like, especially, if you're getting to see one of your favorite bands in there too. It's
Mm.
crazy experience. But yeah, so no CinemaCon for me, but that's
That's all right.
fine because we're still looking forward to Supergirl.
Yeah,
95 days.
95 days.
We're down in the double
It's
digits now.
getting we're
Um,
getting to that point where it's just gonna start going, "Oh, yeah, I've got
uh,
stuff to do.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
got things
right,
to get
right.
done now."
I've
Yeah,
got that feeling that we were having about the same time last year.
yeah.
Actually, it should be a little bit more accelerated by this point because the movie's almost a month earlier, than Superman was. That's not crazy to think about at all.
No, okay,
We're
and
gonna be
again,
in
that's where my book reading just, like, stops.
Yeah, yeah, it's go time.
Nothing gets done.
It is go time. I'm surprised we've not seen toys or anything really by this point.
It's just clothes. It's hoodies and T-shirts, which are lovely, and it's gonna be a while now, I think. There's gonna be a point where it just hits and everything comes out. You know, you're gonna get the Funkos, you're gonna get more, but I'm ready for some figurines for this one. I'm ready for some really detailed figurines.
I'm interested to see what the toy line is gonna be like too, because
Mm.
I think Superman was a little bit more friendly to action figures, and I'm sure there will be for this one, but I'm interested to see. Talking back about toys for a second, and that Reeve figure, you mentioned
Mm.
other stuff coming from McFarlane, and McFarlane is set to lose the license for DC at the end of the year, and it will go to Mattel. And I again harkens back to a minute ago. I said I'm not really a toy guy. I don't know toys. Like I know Kenner and Hasbro and Mattel. I can name off lines, but I can't. I can't keep up with. There's too many like boutique, like custom things nowadays, and I don't know if it's even pronounced NECA or NECA or however that one is.
I've got one. I would say, yeah.
I would
Of
say NECA.
it's the
I don't know.
Fortress one, beautiful one.
Yeah, yeah, I've got that too. Yeah,
He's a
look at him.
beautiful little boy.
There
Beautiful
he
little boy.
is, and Mezco and all the lines. But I don't know, I don't know the beef if people have beef with one toy creator over
Yeah.
another, but I do wonder what Mattel's gonna be like
Mm. It's interesting.
after.
It's yeah,
And I don't.
going what they brought out in the past to sort of comparison is the thief of joy and all that, but there's gonna be some
Right.
good ones. They've gotta make some magic out of that.
Well, and I was really enjoying. I mean, I don't wanna praise McFarlane too much because when they got him wrong, they got him wrong, but when they got him right, they
Mm.
got him right. The Superpowers line being reintroduced was really special to me because those are the toys I grew up playing with, those and Ninja Turtles. And apparently the Ninja Turtles are also going to Mattel for the first time in their history, going to a different maker. So He-Man and Superman crossover and Ninja Turtle crossover can be in my childhood will be complete. The
Yeah,
trifecta
that's it.
will
Oh,
have.
I got to see the He-Man trailer on an IMAX screen, and that was like, oh my
That's
goodness,
nice. I bet.
that was nice. That was
Yeah.
really good to see that. I've only
Yeah.
sort of seen it on, I think, on a TV screen so far. I've not had a chance to see it on a cinema screen. I was like, here we go, strap in, and
Mhm.
it looks stunning for what we've got so far. It looks really good.
I'm excited for summer movies this year. Obviously, Supergirl being at the top of that
Of
list.
course.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! For you, what does one outrank the other there?
No, Supergirl's number one for me
Okay, all
because,
right.
but yeah, it's
In the family.
I miss Magic Cinema Summers. For me, back when I was on summer holidays, there would be reduced tickets for kids, so you could just
Oh, sure, yeah.
it was nice, easy childcare. So I was like, "Yep, get some tickets to go to the cinema." And I can remember going out of one screen and then grabbing some lunch, or normally a packed lunch, and then going back in and seeing another film. And from 95 to 99, there were just some, for me, being some just amazing cinema adventures.
Yeah, it was a good
Absolutely
time.
stunning summers. And so, yeah, I'm hoping, we had it last year. They're getting better at bringing out films that are happy to help each other promote. So we've got that this year as well. So I'm ready for a fun summer.
Do you still get the same has that experience changed for you as a grown man, or do you still get that same feeling you had as a kid? Because the movie-going experience has changed a little bit,
I
obviously, but does it still feel the same for you?
I still get that moment of excitement when the lights start to dim.
Well, you just went Nicole Kidman on it. You
Really, so
just I think word for word almost. I think you were quoting. Were you doing a bit, or are you being sincere?
I know that meme, but we don't
We
have
come
that.
to this place.
We don't have that advert in the UK, but I'm
No,
aware
no
of it.
AMCs.
But
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
when I sit down, yeah, I'm getting settled. I like to get all my sweets and snacks open and ready so they don't make a noise. But there's so many adverts now and trailers, which I love the trailers. I don't always love the adverts. It dims and it gets darker, and you can hear sort of the whirring going on, especially in an IMAX screen. There's something so exciting about that. So I always get that. Even with there's a few local cinemas here, and there's a few further off in town that have got a bit more higher grade video and audio. But it's still the moment when it does get dark, and I'm thinking this is great. So many people now are calling out people for talking and turning on their phones, which we need more of that. And it's what I've respected more for the art of storytelling since I've been reading more, is the fact that you are being told somebody else's story.
Yeah.
And when there's no distractions, when there's nothing else going on, I am the kid in bed watching or having his grandfather tell me the Princess Diaries story. Just
Mm,
shut off.
yeah.
and I'm in, and I'm locked in. The way that a good book can grab me now, any film on a cinema screen, I can easily just sit back and I'm switching off, and I'm just zoned in on this film.
Yeah.
And, I hope that never that never gets lost.
I was talking about kicking out on the phones. I am so disheartened over on this side of the pond that one of my favorite chains, Alamo Draft House, is getting rid of their policy about being on phones. They have been like the advocate. I mean, you get like one warning and then they kick you out. And they've done hilarious PSAs over the years about not being on your phone in the theater and everything. And yeah, they're doing away with it. Some people think it's for some reasons, and some people think it's for others. I, do wonder if it's to reduce on staff because obviously they've got wait staff that
Yeah.
you have them in, you write down your order and flick on a
Wow.
light and staff comes and takes your order and then delivers it back to you. And now you could just order it from your phone. So to me, that seems like a getting rid of people issue more than and saving money issue more than anything.
Yeah.
But it makes me sad to see because I do appreciate telling people to get the heck off their phones because that just infuriates me.
But no, during,
You
it's
go ahead.
so there was I didn't see any screens light up for the whole, I think it's just under 2 hours,
Mhm.
Project Hail Mary, and, it was a big screen, and I didn't see any sort of lights flash up.
Oh, it's not. That's a quick jaunt. It's
Wasn't
not
too
a.
bad,
I was
but
expecting like 2.5 hours. I had not even seen the
sure it
runtime.
shows. Let me have a quick look. Let me have a quick Google.
Oh, quick
But
look. While I try to say Chestershire, where's
Chichester. Oh, sorry, no, 2 hours
Chichester?
36. I was way off. 2
Oh,
hours
it felt
36.
well, that speaks to it. It felt like an hour and 97 minutes. It went by so
I
fast
wanted
for
more.
you.
Did
Yeah.
want more.
I was
There's a
like, you got a
very
space epic down to an hour 97? That's impressive.
there's a minuscule post-credit scene, which I really, really liked.
Oh, okay.
I adore space.
Mhm.
It's one of my things that I've never really gotten into, but it's always bubbling at the surface, and I've been scared to want to research more because I know that I would just lose more of my life and bookshelf.
Yeah, I mean, there's no end to it. I mean, it's just like space. You would never stop reading and learning about different takes and different
No,
sciences
but,
and
it's that is on the it's, I think, about to change though soon because tomorrow morning I'm speaking with, Dallas Campbell, who is an actor here in the UK, but is
mhm.
also soon to release a book about space exploration.
Hmm.
And he's a full-on space nerd, passionate about space travel and exploration. And, I'm speaking with him tomorrow. I think I've got 45 minutes where I just need to sort of not ask him too much questions about space and let him promote his book,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's gonna be just a knock-on effect for me to just it's gonna scratch an itch. My favorite ride that I went on when I went to Florida many, many years ago was Space Mountain,
Yeah.
and I can remember coming off and getting all the merch from that and just thinking, "This technically makes me an astronaut now, I've done my bit."
Listen, I love Space Mountain, but I
Mm.
will tell you, not as fun as a 40-year-old man.
No? Is it a bit too much?
No, just did it, few weeks back and thought my spine was gonna snap on impact.
See, then it's
I also don't have as much padding as I used to have. That I was, very
so you
I would
felt it
fill the
all.
slot nicely. Yeah, I was rocking back and forth on that bad boy. I was like, "Did they speed this up? Has this changed since the last time I've done it? It's only been a couple of years." Yeah, something between like 37 and 40 was like
That's it.
out on
It's the
Space
no-go
Mountain.
zone. But yeah,
So,
no, I mean, that's one of the things I'm hoping this film does is encourage the next generation of people that wanna get into a career in space to learn more about that. I think it's gonna inspire a lot of kids. It's inspired me to want to go back and learn more about it. But yes, it's a beautiful film with fantastic messages, and I'm looking forward for you to sitting down and watching this. It's it's one of those films that just I said this in a sort of mini review the other day, is that I've not felt this much hope and joy for a film since the first time I watched Superman 2025 when I walked out of the theater, when I had
huh.
that feeling of, "Wow, we can do good when we put our minds to it," sort of thing. And,
Yeah, if
yeah,
only that worked in reality and not just
yeah.
the movies, but
But, it's bit by bit. I think we're on
hope is nice. Hope's a nice thing to
Hope's
have.
very nice to have.
It's a lovely thing to
Just got to follow up.
hold on to. Yeah, it's just got to do the other half of it. You got to get over the hill with
You
it.
got to do it over the hump.
Right. You had, talking about comics, had a gentleman from Inside Editions on the podcast the other
Oh,
day.
yes. Talking about just amazing books.
Yes.
Tim.
Share what's coming down the pipipeline from them, because
Again,
I
it's
always
always
love to see what they
it's always behind
are
me.
cooking
There's
up.
Superman, the definitive history. No matter what video I do on that or post about it, I always seem to. It's so hard to just share it because I just start looking at the pages, and it's impossible to share everything from that book. Again, it truly is the definitive history of Superman. They try and cover everything from comics to newspapers to radio shows, films, and so on. But as they were making that and publishing that first edition, of course, Superman happened, 2025, and now Supergirl is happening. And yes, a new version is coming out soon, a revised edition.
Yeah.
Again, I need more shelves. Always need more shelves, Derek.
I don't have wall space.
But Inside Editions are they're so passionate about getting the right information out there from the right people. And that book, there's many videos online reviewing that book, and it's a beautiful, huge coffee table book. And now as another version coming out. That makes me excited, and that's going to be in the next few months. I'm ready for that.
Another thing to pay for. Ugh.
Yep.
I got to do better this summer than I did last. I don't know about you, Luke, but I got to do better this summer than I did last summer.
I mean, what's bad about it?
I would be scared to sit down and like figure out how many.
Don't.
If you included like L.A., Cleveland, like going back and forth, and
that's cross country for you. For me, it was a few train trips to London, and that was
but the merch and the things and the whatnot.
There was a lot
the
of
movie
impulse
tickets
buying last year.
Yeah,
thinking, and it was like, I've got to get it now, or it's going to sell out.
And we're not. I think we're toxic because it was. It's you and me. It's you and me texting each other.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. The minute we see it, you're the first person I send it to.
I was like, oh look, Roosevelt's.
And then you're like already in the cart, already. Oh no, sorry, already in the basket.
Or in the basket. It's already shipped. It's been coming over shipped from across.
It's already in the carriage.
I saw the Roosevelt stuff, and I had to get all of that. And then there were shoes, and then there were new T-shirts and new hoodies. I was sorting out the winter wardrobe and putting stuff away into storage, and I was like, I've not worn this hoodie. I've taken lots of pictures of it, but I've not worn it once. And now it's nearly summer. It's like, whoops.
It's funny, but like I was trying to lose weight and somehow lost the majority of my weight between the movie coming out and or the movie, really ramping up promotion and then, the end of the summer. And so I was in between sizes. So I'd buy a hoodie at the beginning. I was like, it doesn't fit anymore. I gotta get another one. So there's several things I also have two of so that's no good.
But you've got spares now and you've got cozy wear.
When I balloon back up in the winter, I have already bought the Supergirl hoodie, the one with the crest small here in the middle. I like it a lot. Don't really like the back of it, but it's good here on camera while podcasting. So
that's fine. That's what it's all good. And see, and I can just get the other one and just keep adding to the collection. But it's fine. Clothes don't. If you look after them, they won't lose value.
It's the everything.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think there will be as much merch with this as there was with Superman.
There will be
either.
There'll be smaller things. There's I like about this. They're gonna, I think, target different demographics. So I think we're gonna get more jewelry, more cuter items.
I guarantee you there will be an exclusive line at Hot Topic. If they didn't do that, they would be leaving money on the table.
Yeah, and I've seen
over
some
here
fantastic cosplayers in America and Australia at the moment that are customizing their own Supergirl outfits for outfits we've not seen yet. There's a punk rock version. There's a cutesy sort of a kawaii version, and yes, we're going to see more custom cosplayers. But I think we're going to get those more cuter accessories this year round.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, we're opening it up to more fans. There's going to be getting new eyes on the world of DC, which is always a good thing. But then if the money that we do save this summer and the things that we don't buy, like that's going to happen, we can use for the year after for Man of Tomorrow.
That's right. Safer. So we'll see it that way as we look ahead, as our next hurdle comes throttling our way. I lost my train of thought completely. I do think that you're right. I think it'll be less, but I think it will be more targeted
Mhm.
items. So some of that may not be in our wheelhouse. Barbie? You think we'll see a Barbie?
I hope so. It can go with the rest of my figurines. I've got the Superman Returns
I was
ones.
really shocked they didn't do a Lois one
It would have been nice.
for Superman and do a Ken like they did for Superman Returns.
Yeah.
I was looking at that the other day and I somehow missed. I did not remember that Sasha from The Flash got a Supergirl Barbie. That surprised me as much as that film went through. That Barbie made it to
Yeah.
production. It just kept getting delayed so much. But I got to get a Supergirl action figure, especially since I missed out on the
Yeah,
McFarlane
no,
one.
they'll be. Hopefully they create some more, but we're going to see those. We're going to hopefully get some more crypto. I'm hoping it's tricky for them to get that done in time, but a nice Lobo as well. I know they're putting a lot of focus on him, even though he's not in the book. It would still be fun to get a little bit of Lobo merch. It's
Yeah.
always stuff that you can't always find, so that could be fun.
There are some Lobo shirts on the website I saw.
There was a jacket, there's a hoodie rather.
But we were good at comparing notes last year, but early on when it was just mugs and a few other things when the logo had dropped, the UK store was very different from the US store. There was things you could get, on one side. Have you compared and contrasted? Is it the same?
So we've got the DC website here in the UK now, and we can order from the DC Comics in America. But right now for Supergirl, it's the same merch. It's the jumpers, it's the vests, and the sweatshirt and the Lobo hoodie, which is nice because it's almost got like a patch effect on the back of it, which is pretty cool.
I don't know that I've seen that one now that you say that.
Find that one for you.
Maybe I missed that. No, I'll check that out. I can't get it. Can't do that.
Of course you can.
I can't. It's already 90 degrees. I can't.
Oof.
That's hot over here.
Yeah, that's
Luke.
hot. That is hot.
I don't know how many stones that is.
Certainly stones and grams. That one is over here, but
How many meters is that for you?
oh, it's normally 17 to the penny. Crikey, crikey, governor!
It's a shilling outside today, Luke. A shilling. Tuppence.
But yeah, it's hoodies can still work in cold situations. But again, we're at that point now where you can leave the house in the morning in a nice shirt and t-shirt combo.
Yeah,
it's cold by 12 o'clock. So
yeah,
it's fun all the times.
I do like the one I got. It doesn't just look like the new. Are we calling it the House of L symbol? I mean, I do because it's inherent for me too.
Yes,
I don't know, but it does look like the Supergirl one because it's got the gradient effect around it. Not rainbow, but I don't know what you'd call it, but something along those lines. So at least it sets it apart a little bit. It doesn't look like I just got another Superman hoodie.
No, that's it.
Because I did get a few of those.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Never mind, but they'll always come in handy. They will always come in handy.
This is true. Speaking of merch, probably coming up soon, we have not. Actually, you and I have not talked lanterns.
We've not. It's happened.
I mean, I guess we briefly did because I sent you the trailer and you had not seen it yet. But because of Luke, but can you? We haven't shared notes on what we think on that.
I mean, it's again, people love to cause controversy and look for the nitty-gritty details. But there wasn't much green there, was there?
Where's the green?
Where's the green, everyone said. But one of the more random gifts, I think I sent you a photograph of this. I got a wash bag for my birthday, and it was like the exact same texture and colors of the Green Lantern suit that was in that closet that we saw in the trailer. But I mean, I love True Detective. I love shows like that. And we're getting that with this.
That's exactly what it looked like to me, True Detective. And just see, there was so much backlash to that trailer, which is crazy to me because I think it looked fantastic. But that's coming from somebody who does not care about Green Lantern that much. I'll get to that in a minute. But they said from the outset what they were going to do with this series. I mean, I remember Lindelof straight up saying it was going to be like True Detective inspired, like esque. I don't remember the exact quote, I'm paraphrasing, but he said outright what it was, and that's exactly what I saw in that trailer. So it was getting exactly what I was expecting, or what I was told.
But we got that, and we got a bit more. We got some fantasy. We got some action. You got some grit, as it were. And I'm much like yourself. I mean, I am aware of the Green Lantern universe. I'm not fully in depth that I know every single thing, which is what I
See,
like.
I thought you were
There's a bit
higher
there,
on the Green Lantern. I know names,
and
and
that's it.
that's it. I can't do much better than that.
And that's when, I mean, we talk about us getting a lot of Superman stuff last year, which was great. It was finally, as we said, oh, well, this is what Batman fans must feel like all the
Mhm,
time.
mhm.
We got to think more about, oh, what are the Green Lantern fans? What have they
Yeah.
gotten over the
That's
years?
true, and so if
So
they didn't really like it, I mean, they have had some
yeah, if they had high
rough
hopes
goes here.
and
That's true.
but
See,
then
you're always caring about others.
that's me, Ducky. But then I saw people
I
coming
wasn't
out,
even thinking that way because I liked the trailer, so
but it was a good
that's on
trailer.
me. I thought so
Again,
too.
I've chatted with some diehard Lantern fans, and they've seen the good and they've seen the bad. But people were coming out of the woodwork, people that had been sort of slating Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern movie, saying, "Oh well, actually, if we look at that film, it's not actually that bad." I watched it again. It was that bad, but I'll always fight his corner because he is my king of kings, and that's of course Mr. Mark Strong making that film,
Mhm.
just wonderful. But it was a fun comic book movie. It actually features, going back to the news book, there are quite a few reviews in here
Oh, I'm
of
sure.
of Green
I'm
Lantern.
sure. Nobody was kind to that film at the time. Have seen that twice.
Mhm.
I could not tell you a thing about it other than I was like, "Okay, that was a thing that happened." Nope, I remember the race car. That's the
Okay.
only thing I remember, the Hot
Okay.
Wheels loop. That's the
Go
only
g
thing I remember.
go back. We were watching a film the other day.
Must I?
Give it a go. Give it a
Ugh.
go. We put a
Ugh.
DVD on because, physical media. The film we
Thank
were
you.
wanting to watch wasn't streaming. So I was like, right, let's get the
Shocking.
DVDs out. And it was a DVD going back so far that it had trailers on. You don't really get that
Oh, I
anymore with
love
Blu-rays.
that. I
And
love
it was
that. Well,
great.
and especially I go back to my Smallville DVDs all the time, and of course, they're heavy Warner Brothers
Yeah,
trailers.
it was
Yeah.
great. And the trailer is not a bad trailer for Green for Green Lantern. It wasn't a bad trailer. It had it
It
all in there.
certainly had a more heavy tone, if memory
Oh, yeah.
serves, than
Yeah.
the more comedic tone of
It
the
was. There was
film.
some seriousness to it, but it looked. I was like, okay, well, let's give that another go. Let's give it a try. As trailers go, it was a Green Lantern trailer, whereas this trailer was something completely different, but people wanted more. I feel, and who knows? It's coming out soon.
Mhm.
Exciting news. When does this podcast go live, sir?
Today, I hope,
Okay, so in 2
because we're
days,
that good.
you're that good. Well, I can't say just yet what I'm doing on Wednesday, but
Mhm.
on Wednesday, I'm doing something fun that I will
Mhm.
tell you after the cameras go off. But it's very
Mhm.
exciting for DC fans in the UK. But I'm excited for it. It's
Yeah,
anything part of the DC universe I'm about, I'm for. It's continuing the legacy of what I believe comics are. It's fun times. We're very lucky to have all this entertainment at our fingertips
sure.
and in our eye holes.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time to be a fan. I think they were holding a lot back in the
Possibly,
trailer
possibly.
myself. I think the casting alone is brilliant
Mm.
for both of them. Kyle Chandler, I love, and anything I've ever seen him in. And Aaron, I met through Krypton because he was on that wonderful series that just celebrated yesterday, day before yesterday. It was
Day before, yeah.
8 years ago that it aired, which is
Wow.
crazy
Mm.
to think about. But, he was on that show and wonderful. And I knew we were going to see more of him, and we did, or we have now. But I think the casting for two of them is wonderful. I'm wondering what this murder mystery is going to be about. Is it Alan Scott? Is it Guy Gardner?
Not so soon.
I've seen people hypothesize that he's the one to die.
Not so soon. That'd be
I'm like,
awful.
no, no, because I don't think that he's been confirmed to return for Man of Tomorrow. And I think the others have, come to think of it,
Oh.
but I don't wanna put that out there.
No,
Well, I don't know
don't
that, but
go.
clearly they are investigating a murder somewhere in the
Yes.
Midwest, and yes, it very much heavy True Detective vibes between, um, uh, Jon Stewart and, Hal Jordan. Blech. Words.
But yeah, it's fun times. It's going to be good to finally see it after hearing about it for so long. It's good times.
I tell you, if you want a crash course in the history of Green Lanterns, I can't recommend Smallville season 11 Lantern enough, because Brian Q. Miller actually does a pretty succinct way of even like Parallax and like Kyle Rayner, like all that. Like he does that pretty well when Superman suddenly becomes a Green Lantern in that book. So if you want to,
There we
if you want a
go.
little history lesson before
I
the
can
show
see the
starts.
edits coming now for the House of L, which I must say at the minute they are looking fantastic. You've been doing some great
What's
stuff
that?
over there. Anything that's coming out from the House of L socials right now.
That's
Tim, you
we got to
wonderful,
give all
wonderful
the
soul, sent me a wonderful birthday message. But he's
aw.
doing some great stuff over there.
He
It's
is. He keeps me going.
yeah, it's nice to see it, to have just,
Literally,
when
you can't see him, but he's off screen right now holding a gun at my head.
it's just there.
That's the
It's
only
just
reason
there.
the
But
only
no,
reason I'm
Tim,
doing this after 21 years.
you're doing great work. It's sharing things, just if it's somebody's birthday or an anniversary of something that we might have forgotten about. That is what a fandom is. It's sharing that legacy and remembering the good times, as it were, but also looking forward to new things. So I love it when anything Superman posts up on my feed. But the edits, they're getting very, very swish. They're getting very,
Wow.
very nice. So
Wow. Pass
someone's doing
along
some
the
good stuff over
compliment.
there.
Pass along the compliments, sir. If you are following us at Super House of L, wherever you
Should
get your
be.
social media, you probably saw that this Friday we'll have a lovely episode with the intrepid Erica Durance. Will be joining the podcast to talk about her career and all things Lois Lane in Smallville. And I try to ask questions that you've never heard before, because having hosted some of these panels now, I've heard a lot of them and they've been repeated.
That's the thing, though. That is the thing. But how was that for you?
As a journalist or as a fan?
Let's go with fan
Yes.
first and journalist second.
Yeah, it's surreal. Every time I interact with them now, it's surreal. And I'm not one. I mean, I've been a journalist life long enough to. I'm not like, ooh, a celebrity. That doesn't do anything for me.
No.
But I think after talking about these people, or at least these characters, for so long, and you get those vocal stems. Like I can hear Erica saying certain lines in my head after memorizing episodes all these years and everything. So then when she's talking to you and saying your name, or any of them say your name, it's just odd. It's
It's
it's an
but
odd thing.
it's odd, but it's so magical for me to know that you've had the love for this show for so long. You know the show, you know the characters, you know the performers, you know as much as you can possibly know. And now you're working with those people. It's beautiful to see that full circle moment. It was like, oh right, yeah, this guy gets it. This isn't just, we are all fans of something. We all have that passion for it, but it's those that have been around since the beginning and continue to sing its praises and talk about the things that sometimes can't be praised, but we still do. And now you're interacting with the cast and the crew, the creators of the show that has brought you so much joy for so long. And to see it, it's hard not to be excited for you. And it's wonderful to see it come to fruition, because I know that you've worked so hard at this for so long. And now it's like, oh, yeah, look, he's getting his roses. And I love that.
Well, you got your money's worth out of all that. I'll get the check in the mail later today. Good
You
job.
can't.
I said just a second, but whew, you really
But
knocked that one out, buddy. Thanks.
it was I
You're
mean,
too kind.
Erica and Tom are coming back over to Scotland as well.
I saw that.
Yeah. Listen, I've been itching to get back to Scotland since I was there a few years ago. So
I've been itching to get to Scotland my whole life.
but beautiful, beautiful place. But my first time meeting Erica was my only time was at the Superman celebration
Oh,
in
Metropolis.
America.
Oh,
And just to be there and get something signed for me was like, okay, this is me freaking out now. I'm going to be in the same room as this fantastic Lois. And then the organizers were like, by the way, could you also host a panel with Erica
that's
and
right.
Helen Slater?
That's
I was
right.
like, okay.
Sure, why not?
And yeah, I was
I'm
very
here.
giggly. I tried to remain as professional as possible. I watched it back a week ago. It was on YouTube, and I was like, cringing at the fact that I've got no beard for one. I was like, "Who's that? Who's that child on the stage?
Who's
Who's that boy? He's
who's
lost
that
his mum."
small boy? He's clearly lost.
But, I can remember just having a great time and the fact that they were both so gracious with my questions and questions from
Yeah.
the audience. Because yeah, I'm sure they've had all these questions over the years, countless times.
Oh, yeah.
So for
Yeah. They
you,
get the same thing day
I
in, day
know
out.
your professionalism is you would have had some fantastic questions
Oh,
coming up, so I can't wait
God.
for the episode.
I owe you more money now, Luke. Jeez.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as, don't you worry about
There's
that.
only so many compliments
But they're gonna keep on coming.
a man of my humor as a defense mechanism could take, sir.
I'm gonna keep at it. You are doing
Well,
fantastic work, Derek. You,
the
everybody from the house
therapist is gonna love this one, let me tell
fine.
you.
He's gonna get the money's worth as well, 'cause I'm on a roll
Yeah.
now, and I'm not gonna stop.
Oh,
People
okay.
love
Yep.
heroes. I was
Alright, cut him
speaking
off.
with No, I'm not gonna cut me off. I was speaking with some people yesterday about sort of what I get up to in what it is my spare time, talking about books, talking about Superman, talking about things, and they said, "Oh, I wish I had something that I was so passionate about." And I was like, I felt a little bit sad in that moment for them. There are things that clearly they've got a passion for, but I think with us and with Superman and you, especially with Smallville, we've got this connection to something that is created to bring people joy. It's there for escapism. It's there to be entertained by, and for us, we have that whimsy, as they said. We like joy. We like hope. We love these characters. And for us to keep that going for all these years, we're still doing this. It's a credit to the characters and the creators. And for you to be able to now sit down with those bringers of joy, you are part of that cycle now. You're part of that tapestry of Superman. You've done that. Your passion for this and your determination to keep at it has proven you worthy of the House of El mantle. Well done.
Did you have that prepared?
Sorry, no, I didn't have a script for that one
Good
today.
God. We just like ChatGPT is writing this right in front of you as you're going.
Damn your lies, Derek. Derek.
Dennis?
See? Sorry, that's ChatGPT coming up
that
with
just
the wrong
null and
thing.
voided everything you just said. Dennis.
But
You don't even remember who
have
you were
done great
talking
work.
to.
You're doing great work, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
But in all seriousness and getting away from everything you just said and forgetting that you said it. Thank you. You know I don't take compliments well. Jesus. That you fluster me. You mentioned being a fan and that we are fans at our heart, but we're also ones that dive in and take things more to heart with more sincerity. I don't know a good way to say it, but it obviously means, not that it doesn't mean as much to other people, but it's a way to show what it means to us.
Yes.
This shared love of this character and this legacy. The joke, at least early on for us with Smallville, is we said we weren't fans, we were academics, which now sounds snooty, and I didn't mean for it to ever, but it was always like that. Not a fan. I study this. This is literally my life, and it sounds so stupid to say. You use the term ambassador, and I think that's a wonderful. I think it's a wonderful say that you are also a fan of it, and it also does come from a place of sincerity because you have earned the moniker of the Geek of Steel. See, I can do it back to you, and
Dang it.
and so that does do a very good job of showing how attached to this you are, because you have to be an ambassador for something. You obviously have to know a great deal about it, but be a fan of it. So I think
at the same time.
I think that sums you up, sir.
I'll take that as well. But again, it's difficult.
See, it's a taste of your own medicine. See how you like it.
We're gonna get Tim on here and just break him.
No, he can fight every compliment. He has the same ability I do.
Yes.
There's something else I was gonna mention. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, we were talking about Erica. That's where all that was born out of. So next Friday, Erica Durant's on the House of L. I am
huge.
so excited. Wide-ranging conversation. Try to ask questions that people haven't asked before. Took her by surprise a couple times.
Well done.
Tried to ask questions, like I said, that I wanted to hear. Maybe it's selfish, but it was questions that as a fan I would like to have known. In talking to her, and obviously, while she hasn't been on the show from the beginning, she is a huge part of the legacy of the show. The show completely changed once she became a part of it for the better. And she is just a piece of the SV25 episodes we're working on. So stay tuned to your feeds in the coming weeks. But yeah, she's up first. I'll say that much. I'll tease that much. Erica's first. And if there was anybody I wanted to be first, oh my God, I adore. That is
fantastic starting point.
If I had a Mount Rushmore,
Derek, here's your reminder.
Hey, hey, Alexa, I got it. The dryer's done. Don't talk to me like you know me, by the way. Like, I just butted in. I know you're listening. You knew I was in the middle of a conversation. Mother. You AI. See, it threw me off my game yet again. But I am excited for what I'll tease further that I am excited for what's coming down the pipeline. I think you'll be happy as a listener, especially a long-time listener, because obviously you've heard us talk about these people and these places and these things for a while too. So I hope it's rewarding for you as somebody who's listened
undoubtedly
for a long time that we get to the ability to do this. Of course, Salute to Smallville coming up in November in Nashville. Back hosting for year 3 alongside my co-host and friend Craig Byrne from Krypton Site. So I'm really excited about that. And there's some other stuff coming down the pipeline I'm really excited about too. So we'll alert you as that becomes available.
Another busy year.
News items.
Another busy year.
Another busy year. Supergirl, Lanterns, Smallville. 20th anniversary of Superman Returns. I mean, I feel like that there's something everywhere right now, Superman related. It's and we are, again, to go back to the McFarlane Toys thing, we're getting a Brandon Routh Superman Returns figure.
Yeah.
Before we lose the license on that too.
Just in time. In the nick of time.
Excited for that. Anything you want to promote? Your Portsmouth podcast is
Portsmouth Comic Con podcast.
Turning out episodes.
Yeah, I did. I think 2 more this week, trying to do a live podcast at the event on the 2nd and 3rd of May as well. So that should be fun. But yes, again, one of the favorite weekends of the year, and they're still pumping up the guests for that as well. It's great to see local people at the event, but more and more comic artists coming down to it as well. I spoke with a wonderful artist, Chris Wildgoose, recently. He was wonderful guy. And I've got a few Batgirl pieces of him that he worked on to sign when I go down there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's a classic Comic-Con weekend, and yeah, it's not too far away at all, but I'm excited for that.
Awesome. Thanks for being on again, man.
Always a pleasure.
I mean, I feel like you are a co-host at this point.
I'm part of the house.
You're one. You really are.
I will take that.
You're as much in as anybody.
Which is an honor as well.
Rotating spot. I think we knew that from the outset of the first episode because everybody responded really well to, can Luke just host the House of Val now? Can he?
Never.
Like that. Well, that show is called the Podcast of Steel.
Yes.
That's a different and separate show. But yes, I love having you a part of this. It keeps me grounded.
Perfect way of putting it.
So
and again,
it does until you say all that mess you said a few minutes ago and again mess with my head.
There you go. There's a new routine now. There's a new things to add to each episode.
Yeah,
By the way, this is the uncomfortable section of the chat, but it can't be prepared. It has to just come off the top. That makes it more genuine. Then
kick Luke's. No, I'm kidding. Go away. Stop. No.
All right.
Great.
Beautifully done.
That's when the Terminator theme starts playing.
Dum, dum, dum.
Okay. All right. Let's get out of here before the technology tries to kill me further.
Please.
Find us online, superhouseofl.com, wherever you listen to your podcasts, at superhouseofl on the socials. And of course, you can find Luke at the Geek of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the Instagrams and the Twitters and the things and the Podcast of Steel, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And join us on Patreon if you want to be part of the book club with Luke and I for April and May, starting with the adventures of Cavalier and Clay. Yes, the amazing adventures of Cavalier and Clay, followed by Superman Miracle Monday for Miracle Monday, which takes place in May, which is why we're reading it in May.
Yes.
Wasn't hard to figure that out, but I went the extra mile for you. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Thank you.
Beautiful.